Hey, what's going on everyone? Desktops Gaming here. Today we're going to take a look at some hardware news, what came across my desk today. First off, Nvidia is having some issues with some capacitors found on their Board Partner cards. This story first kind of cropped up through this Tom's Hardware article, mainly going back to Igor's lab. We found that the partner cards were actually using insufficient capacitors for power delivery on the back of the GPU, the actual substrate itself. These capacitors, like I said, were cited in a recent article by Igor's lab. Like I said, it seems to be an issue on the 3080 cards for the partner cards, causing some crashes, black screens, crashing back to desktop. And like I said, basically, EVGA has finally kind of spoken out about that, talking about how during their mass production and QC testing, they discovered that 6 post caps, the solution does not work for the higher clocking cards, and would have to resort back to Nvidia spec as far as using the MLCC capacitors for their production boards moving forward. Now, this has only really been found to be an issue when you start going into higher clocks, especially once you hit over 2 gigahertz. It seems like once you hit over 2 gigahertz is where this is becoming an issue. Like I said, there's been a few cards found in the wild with limited crashing, such as the Asus TUF Gaming one, because they use one similar to the reference board or reference spec that Nvidia provided, using at least 1 to 2 MLCCs, similar to what is found on the Founders Editions card or the FE editions that Nvidia put out themselves. It seems like this issue with the post caps, it is a cheaper capacitor used for power delivery, but it does lead to some noise and interference that's causing, like I said, these random crashes and black screens. So, like I said, we'll need a little more digging into this because it seems to be one part of the issue. But like I said, most of this seemed to be related to that and just getting not poor power delivery, but noisy power delivery, especially once you get up to higher clocks. Like I said, Igor's lab kind of theorized the issue stems from capacitors used in the rear of the PCB underneath the GPU die. There's two main types of capacitors. There's MLCC and post caps. The MLCCs are a lot smaller arrays in comparison to post caps. Like I said, they're also more expensive as well. And post caps are typically a cheaper form of power delivery, and it's kind of the last source of clean power before the power reaches the die itself. So, like I said, again, we'll have to wait more digging on this. This seems to be the main issue that's been cropping up. So maybe if you couldn't get a 3080 card right out of the gate or a new Nvidia card right out of the gate, this might be a good time to wait, kind of see what happens, or even wait on the upcoming release of Big Navi. Like I said, this hasn't seemed to be an issue on the like I said, the Founders Edition cards, but like I said, we do need to kind of exercise caution here on kind of waiting in these early stages. There are a lot of factors that can cause these random crashes, but like I said, it does seem to be coming or stemming from this hardware issue, which from most of what we've seen, can be fixed with a slight downclock. No, that's not what most people want to hear, because like I said, they want the overclocking headroom found in these cards still. But like I said, again, this might not be the only issue that we're dealing with when it comes to these new Nvidia cards. So again, we'll keep updated on it. We've been trying to follow the news as closely as possible on, since a bunch of Redditors have reported this and actually reported it with receipts. So we'll touch back on this and then we'll go from there.